Payroll Specialist of the Year. Our nominees are Lyndsay Aspinall, Symatrix; Daniela Coman, FutureLink Group; Jenny Osterberg, Hitachi Power Grids; Alison McDonald, Intelligo; Nina Strandberg, Lonarch HR Bolliger; Renier van Essen, Nmbrs; Niall Clark, Paycheck Plus; Alina Pentek, TMF Group.
A lot of exciting nominees there. I wonder who's going to pop up. I wonder what they'll be wearing. I wear these colourful jumpers because, well, I used to wear them a lot on television in the 1970s and 1980s, but I gave them up when I became a member of Parliament. And I hoped that nobody would remember that I wore these jumpers when I turned up at the British House of Commons. But unfortunately, somebody did. Almost the first time I got up to speak, sitting on what was then the opposition front bench, was a splendid man called John Prescott. British viewers will know who he is, and he's still with us, happily. Anyway, John Prescott didn't quite know my name, but he remembered I was the fellow in the woolly jumpers, and I'm afraid he began to barrack me, going, "Woolly jumper!" I struggled on with my speech, slightly disconcerted by somebody going, "Woolly jumper, woolly jumper." On he went with his barracking, "Woolly jumper, woolly jumper." Well, eventually I had to pause and point out to Mr. Prescott that the joy of a woolly jumper is that you can take it off at will, whereas the blight of a woolly mind is that you're lumbered with it for life. Of course, he got the last laugh because he ended up as Deputy Prime Minister and is now wrapped in ermine, whereas I am here. And there's nowhere I would rather be than here. Now, look, the exciting news is that we've got a lovely judge to tell us who the winner is in this category. And I'm not going to reveal to you yet that there's a highly commended as well. But I think Jenny Joland is here. Are you with me, Jenny?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, can I say, I know it's no longer politically correct to say how beautiful people are looking, but I have to say you are looking very beautiful tonight.
Thank you. Likewise.
You are allowed to. Oh, you did return the compliment. Thank you. Where are you speaking to us from, Jenny?
Stockholm, the capital of Sweden.
We love Sweden. And everybody in the world thinks that Sweden has been doing rather well during the pandemic. You've been behaving sensibly and doing well. Is that right?
Well, it's a good thing you have that opinion of us. We hear other things as well.
Oh, very diplomatic. Very diplomatic. Yes. How has the payroll life been in Sweden? Has it been
stressful?
Yeah.
Yeah, stressful. We're having a lot of things going on as well as in other parts of the world. We have to have some support for the companies to actually survive. So I think we're all in the same situation.
One of the interesting things I've discovered in recent weeks, trying to discover more about the companies taking part in this, is that payroll is almost taken for granted. You're almost the Cinderella of business. People don't realize how vital you are. You're fundamental, because if people don't get paid, people don't turn up, the businesses can't run. And people assume that you're it's going to happen automatically. But actually, there's a lot of people power, time and pressure to make it work.
Definitely. We usually say that they think it's just to push the button, but it's not.
Okay, well, it's your moment, if you don't mind. I'm going to tell the world who the runner-up is, and then you're going to open that golden envelope. I'm pleased to say that in this category, we have got a highly commended, and that is Lyndsay Aspinall of Symatrix. Lyndsay, congratulations to you. But Zenny, you know who the winner is, so please reveal all.
And I must say first that I'm truly honored to be able to present for you such role models for the payroll industry. It's been a tough job to work to take out the winner of these. But as we say in Swedish, lycka till, or in English, good luck to all of you on the shortlist. But I'm proud to announce the winner. I'm taking my envelope. And the winner of the Payroll Specialist of the Year 2020 is Renier van Essen from Nmbrs.
Yay! Well done, Renier. Wonderful. I know he's not with us. He's not with us, but happily we can share with you what one of his nominees, one of his sponsors, said about him, because they admired him hugely.
Renier, what a great guy with a brilliant mind. When I started working at Nmbrs 5 years ago, he was already the go-to guy when it comes to the Dutch payroll. And during these 5 years, he's been working a lot with the Swedish expansion and thus become more and more adept with the Swedish payroll. And he's able to see patterns between the countries so we can reuse rather than rebuild everything new. During my 20 years in payroll, I've never come across a guy who is also such a curious, has such a curious mind. And he really wants to understand the underlying ideas in new legislations and new rules, and often comes up with a lot of different cases that we can use.